A lot. My buddy, I'll tag you. My buddy got me into these guys. Great Lakes Brewing Company. Conways Irish Ale. It's an Irish style ale by Great Lakes Brewing Company out of Cleveland, Ohio. 6.3% alcohol. Great Lakes has some really good beers. Um, Forgive me because their names are all different. I know they have like an Elliott Nest and something gold. Anyway, they got some good beers, but the names are the names are a little out there. But my buddy that I worked with in Afghanistan got me on these guys. So when I got home, I looked for them and I found them, and they do have some pretty good beers. So I saw this and I knew I had to try it. Anyway, let's give it a shot. What I like about this is it's an ale, but it's not a strong one. It's not a very bitter ale. You don't get punched in the mouth after you drink it with that bitter carbonation-y, aftertaste. It's a very smooth ale, and it's a great flavor. It really is a great flavor. It's a great smooth tasting ale. If you bought a 6-pack of these, you might not drink them all in the same night. You might want to, but it's not meant to be chugged. It's kind of meant to be sipped on. But it's just a really nice, smooth, almost kind of creamy ale. But it does say it's a full-bodied caramel malt flavor, and you get this, something is just kind of almost silky about the way it's blended, and it's a nice beer. So again, my drinkability, I could see having 4 or 5 of these in a night. I could see this as a year-round beer, and I think most of the Great Lakes Brewing Company beers are year-round beers. Nothing's really specified. They don't really have, at least I haven't seen many of many seasonal beers from them. So I think they kind of hit the nail in the coffin on this, because all their beers seemingly are year-round beers. So you're not just going after this kind of beer during the summer and this kind of beer during the cold months. And that's what I see this Conway's Irish Ale as, more of a year-round beer. I would definitely recommend this to somebody if we were out at the bar and they didn't want to drink the Miller Lite or the Bud Light that was on tap that night. They wanted to try something new. But it does lean kind of towards that ale-y side. So if you're not into that and that bitterness, it might not be up your alley, but it might be. And that's my point here. It's not a very strong ale flavor. You can taste it, but it's blended very smoothly to the point where it almost numbs that bite at the end of it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 7. This is a good beer. I was kind of hesitant to try it at first, just because it is an ale, and I was expecting Irish. I was thinking along the lines of Jameson or Tullamore, something with a real nice kick at the end of it, because the Irish like that. I'm Irish too, so I'm not offending anybody. But this is a good beer. So again, Great Lakes Brewing Company, Conway's Irish Ale. Hey guys, if you like that, why don't you head on over to my YouTube channel, where I do more beer reviews, where I do all the drinking and you do all the listening and judging. I don't know how that's fair, but you're welcome.